Artistry Podcast presents The Morning Quickie. Welcome to day 2 of No Shit November. This month I'm going to be putting out a morning quickie every morning, except for day 1, which was yesterday, and that's because I was driving back 10 hours on a road trip, so I'm very sleep deprived. But day 2, we're doing it from here on out. Morning quickies. Let's get right into it. So today at work, I was overhearing a conversation of, let's just start weird. Okay, let's just get right into the weirdness. So I was overhearing a conversation with a coworker, or two coworkers talking, and this guy was in a very, well, first of all, he's really fucking judgmental. Super judgmental. So he was judging this parent, and he's a parent, and parents love nothing more than judging other parents. Well, let's be honest, people love judging other people, but parents themselves love judging other parents. So he was judging another parent by observing something they did, and it just got me curious to just question why that he felt this way and felt he should judge, and just curious of why do we think this way. So he's basically commenting that one is his daughter or his kid, forget exactly the gender of the child, I don't think it really matters. So the parent saw that the kid had frosting on his face and licked it off. Yeah, so basically he didn't see this. Somebody else saw this and then told him. And so he's not even speaking from fucking first person experience. He's now retelling a retelling of a fucking visual experience of this. So it's totally watered down, yet we still fucking speak from such higher fucking self-righteousness of how dare they? How weird are they? They're so creepy. And I was like, okay, I'm not at this point defending it because I don't know if I have an opinion yet. However, I just wanted to sit and think about why was it such an obvious point of view and stance to deem that as creepy. They were like, it's creepy to lick your child's face. And I'm like, okay, maybe. But you want to sit there and say it's less creepy for you to take your 2 fingers, swipe a big glob of your own saliva out of your mouth, and then smash it on your child's face, rubbing it like you're finger painting. Or even if you spit in your hand, do whatever it looks like. But that was the comparison of they were like, why wouldn't you just lick your finger and then rub it on your kid's face? Why would you lick your kid's face? And I'm like, why are they somehow different? And so my summation is it's because we sexualize licking a face. And that's guaranteeing it is that you are projecting your sense of what licking means. And so you're putting a sexual connotation to this act because you perceive licking as sexual. And as a parent, you're not at all having a sexual feeling. You're just, that's frosting on my child's face. I don't want to waste it. I like frosting. I will lick it off your face to clean it. Again, I'm not at all staking opinion. I'm just curious to why we have such a strong feeling about certain things, yet it's all perspective and different things. In different cultures, certain things are seen as weird, but it's just weird how, if you lick it, it's different than if you take the same liquid and put it on your hand and then you rub it on their face. It's different. For you to take your own bacteria-filled saliva, glob it into your hand and then rub it on your kid's face, that's somehow less gross and less creepy. It's just curious how we sit in such a factual way of being when it comes to disagreements instead of oh yeah, I guess that's something they do. It's the same thing when certain families kiss on the lips more than other. Some families, think about it. A kid who grew up with no fucking attention or affection from their parents would think it would be so weird for a kid to be hugged, let alone like kissed on the cheek, kissed on the lips, like any sort of actual affection would weird somebody out. So they would come from a place of that's super weird and creepy. And you may say, why is that creepy? That's just a hug. It's just a kiss on the cheek. It's not creepy. It's how we show love. But that person's perspective is so different. They see it as that. It's so crazy how we can't step outside of our own shit and just be like maybe a little bit more understanding and question ourselves. So I don't know. I think it was just something that came up and I thought about it. And I was like, I sat and had a conversation with this person. I'm like, why is that creepy? And they're like, well, why wouldn't you just put like lick your fingers and wipe it off? Like, why is that any less creepy? Think about it. Both of those things done to a stranger, creepy. So why is it less creepy, one versus the other, based on it being a child? And it's because you're sexualizing the act. It's not sexual. Like when dogs and cats do it, it's super fucking cute. And then when a human does it, it's weird. Why? Why? And it's because we sexualize everything. We don't sexualize when dogs do it. Like when a cat's licking another cat's face or its kitten's face, we think it's so adorable. And it's because we don't think that that male cat or that female cat licking that male kitten is sexual. But then the moment that a dad licks a child's face or anything like that to get frosting off, we're like, oh, that's creepy. It's like, no, you're making it creepy because you think it's sexual, you fucking freak. Stop putting a sexual tension, like a sexual nature on such a paternal, maternal fucking experience. It's crazy how we don't take any personal responsibility for our perception of the world. Like that's the craziest thing is your perception of the world is on you. And we want to be like, no, that's just how it is. It's creepy. It's like, no, it's not. That is your perception of it. But we don't do that. It's never our fault. It's always outside of us. Somebody else did it. It's just how society is. That's how it's creepy no matter what. It's like, no, it's not. It's not. It can be creepy, maybe. I'm not saying it's not creepy at all. And I'm not saying that a different situation or, different circumstances, it could be creepy. But for you to just instantly say that's creepy and then not see the creepiness of taking a huge glob of your own saliva and slam it on your kid's face is any less creepy. It's just funny. It just makes me curious. I think for me, the big thing for this is curiosity. Just being very curious of questioning yourself, questioning your point of view, questioning things, thinking about outside of the box and own self-awareness of what you're projecting on and bringing to the table. And we don't question ourselves enough when it comes to just being curious about it and kind with it. Like we're very hypercritical of ourselves. We're our own worst enemies and our own worst critics. But what would it be like to just question it in like a curious kind of learning awareness kind of way. So anyways, that's the morning quickie. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think by sending me an email at rowrowartistry@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can reach out to me on social media, official Rower Artistry, TikTok. No, that's the Instagram. TikTok is just Rower Artistry. Either way, reach out to me. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day and make today the best day yet.